Hi guys, this is MMA here, and I'm back. Sorry I haven't been putting any videos up for a while, but yeah, that's a whole other story. Reasons for that, which are very annoying. But here we go, I'm back. Just in time to review, well, I should say predict the upcoming fight tomorrow night at UFC 160, the main event on the main card, Cain Velasquez versus Big Foot Silva, number 2, for the heavyweight title of the world. I think this fight is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, the first fight, basically they fought maybe a year ago now. Cain Velasquez just run a complete train over Bigfoot. Bigfoot threw a girly little kick at the beginning. Cain caught it, took him down, and then just beat the crap out of him for about, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes before this giant of a man was kind of clearly dazed and the ref pulled him off. I mean, Cain Velasquez has just beaten Junior Dos Santos. He's used to fighting a much higher level of competition. Obviously, since then, Bigfoot, he fought once against Travis Brown, I think it was, who didn't really do very well. He knocked out Travis Brown, was great in that fight. Then he fought Alistair Overeem. Now everyone was thinking, okay, this guy's not on the level that Alistair Overeem is. Overeem's going to beat him and then get a title shot, which is a fight I would be very interested to see because, well, I wouldn't know the outcome straight away. This one, I mean, anything can happen. You should never say never. But I mean, we know the outcome. We know what's going to happen. We know Velasquez is pretty much going to win, barring any unexpected things like Bigfoot knocking him out with one punch, just catching him, which I find unlikely, or an injury. Injuries can happen. We just saw John Jones Chael Sonnen fight. If that fight had lasted to the end of the round, Chael Sonnen would be our light heavyweight champion, which is just absolutely mental to think that. And that was because of a freak accident with the toe. So things can happen, but yeah, I see Cain winning this. He's probably not going to win it in the first round. I think he's going to be more cautious than that. Bigfoot Silva is such a big guy, it'd be hard to knock out. So I think it's going to be second round, although I wouldn't be surprised first round, having said that. I think it's going to be end of first round, early second round with the knockout for Cain Velasquez. Well, the TKO for Cain Velasquez. I don't think it's going to be a knockout because that guy has the biggest head on the entire planet. Literally, I don't think I've ever seen a guy with such a big head as Bigfoot Silva. It is just unreal. He has the biggest head, he has the biggest hands, he has the biggest arm. But yeah, one of the things that amazed me, the one reason why I might say maybe not, I mean, Alistair Overeem won K1, one of the best strikers on the planet. He got knocked out by Bigfoot Silva. Now, I don't think that's because Bigfoot Silva is better than him or anything like that. I think that's because basically Alistair Overeem has been on steroids for the last 10 years, which, as everyone knows, will mess up your body's own production of testosterone, which means that, of course, when you come off the steroids, now his body, because it's been used to having that artificial testosterone put into his system for, I don't know, however long, 10 years, maybe longer, the guy's well into his 30s, maybe 20 years, or 15 years, the body basically is given up. The balls have shut down. They're not going to be producing any more testosterone, which means that now he basically fought that fight off no testosterone. And we could see the difference in his physique. He was the same size, but in terms of muscle density, in terms of how cut and ripped he looked, he looked slightly chubby. And to have done that so quickly, as a professional fighter training as much, very impressive. And the guy just looked like he had no energy in the cage. He was slow and sluggish and just basically all the signs of sort of an old man fighting. Sorry about that, guys. And yeah, we could just see that, that's exactly what that was. He's just... he was done. So I think he caught someone with a huge name at their worst possible time, because obviously he was caught with steroids, so we couldn't be using them. He was even tested for the 5 months prior to the fight. There was like no way he could have got around it. No TRT or anything for him. And it's just, I think, yeah, he knocked out a huge name, which has got him this fight. But I don't think, and you could see on paper, yes, he deserved that, but you have to look at that fight, look at the state that Alistair Overeem was in, and think like, no, No, you don't get that fight. You're not worthy to fight the best heavyweight in the world, Cain Velasquez, who is an absolute monster. I mean, Junior Dos Santos was champion for 3 or 4 fights, and he'd knocked out guys in really impressive fashion. He was looking really impressive. Cain ran a train through him. He literally just ran a train through him. He's on a much higher level than Big Foot Silva, I think. The only thing, people seem to be fascinated with Big Foot Silva just because he looks so big, and he looks kind of freakish. I mean, he looks like the sort of guy that's going to come into your village. He's gonna steal you, kill you, take your wife, steal your kids, eat all your food. You know what I mean? He's that sort of looking dude. But I think Cain is much quicker. The stamina. If it goes anywhere near 4th and 5th round, Big Foot Silva's cardio is going to be done. He's just too big a man. Cain will kill him. I cannot see any other outcome bar a freak accident than Cain winning this fight by TKO. I'd be amazed if it goes to points. I think he's just way too tough. And then, so what will happen is straight away afterwards, the media will all be like, "Oh well, he shouldn't have got this fight." The fight that intrigues me much more, is Mark Hunt versus Junior Dos Santos. Obviously, the winner of that is being talked about fighting the winner of this. So basically, that's going to be Cain Velasquez, which would be interesting to see. I kind of don't want him to fight Junior Dos Santos again because that fight was so... He dominated him so much. Can't see how Junior could possibly have improved that much. Mark Hunt, on the other hand, is a new prospect, and I do have a feeling that Cain Velasquez would also run a train through him. I really can't see anyone who could challenge him right now. One thing I do have to quickly say about the heavyweight division of the UFC is, where's Roy Nelson's title shot? Where is his title shot? I mean, the guy is he's just on a train. He's knocking people out 1, 2, 3, 4. He's probably one of the only guys that I feel could really... The only way Cain could get hurt is with sort of the big punching power guys. One big punch. Because no one's going to beat him skill-wise or stamina-wise or athletic-wise. So it is going to be something like that. So you're talking one big punch. And those, I'd say probably the 3 big punchers in the UFC are Mark Hunt, Junior Dos Santos, and Roy Nelson in the heavyweight division. Those are the 3 guys that could probably do it. So, I mean, I feel as though, yes, the winner of Junior Dos Santos, Mark Hunt, should get the title shot. And if not that, then I definitely believe, if not, and then if Cain beats one of them, or anyway, I think if Roy Nelson keeps winning, I think he's going to fight Daniel Cormier. If he wins that fight, he's got it. I mean, he keeps knocking guys out in about 30 seconds. It's ridiculous. He should be up there. You get a feeling that Dana White doesn't like him, which is a shame. But anyway, I've gone on about the heavyweight division. Been to see where they go from here. I think when Big Foot Silva loses this fight, he's gonna be pushed back down heavyweight. I don't like the idea that he's so high up and he hasn't really done that much in the UFC. You know, he came into the UFC, first fight, Cain Velasquez killed. Won a couple of fights against a lower level guy, and then a guy with a huge name that just wasn't well prepared at all. Be like someone fighting Chuck Liddell now and saying, "Oh, I deserve a title shot because I fought Chuck Liddell." We go, "Well, yes, Chuck Liddell's got an enormous name, but he hasn't been fighting for 5 years. How can you do that?" But yeah, anyway, this has been MMA. This has been my fight prediction. Can't wait for the fight tomorrow night. Absolutely pumped. I'm sure you guys are as well. And I'll be doing a fight review afterwards, so keep your eyes for that. Okay, thanks, guys. See you later.